Hi girls, I hope you're having an amazing day today. Welcome to a new episode of the podcast. As a behind the scenes of this episode, I wanted to share with you that I am uploading at the same time that I'm recording this episode. I'm uploading the first YouTube video of the Creative Purpose, which I'm very excited about. And this video is a tour through my old business notebooks. So all the notebooks I used when planning things for Bliss Girl. So if you're interested on seeing how my business grew and changed over time, you can go to that video. I think that when I upload this episode, the video on YouTube will be already uploaded. So I will leave a link for you down below in the description of this episode. But yeah, I really recommend you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be posting videos every month. So probably 2 videos a month. I will try to do that way. If I don't have enough time, I will maybe post only 1 per month. Or if I have more time and energy and creativity to post more videos, you can expect maybe 3. But I will really try to upload 2 videos per month, 1 video every 2 weeks. So I'm very excited about that. I have plenty of ideas, and my first idea was creating a video about doing a tour through my business notebook so that you get inspired to plan your own projects and your own business. So now let's get straight into this episode because I have to go to cook in half an hour. So I will try to keep this episode shorter, but anyway, I will try to make it very, very interesting for you, inspiring and useful. So this episode is about social media. So it's called Less Social Media in Your Business. I wanted to talk about this topic because I've been experiencing in the past time, maybe months or even years, I've been experiencing like this feeling like social media is not really helping so much to my business, and I am perceiving the same from other content creators who I follow, people that are influencers. They have large followers amounts, like many people follow them, and they even experience the same thing, like they post content and not many people see it, not many people like it. And also other content creators that I follow and I like their content, but not many people know them and not many people are able to see their content. So it's very frustrating, I think. And that's why I wanted to go deeper into this topic, because I've been following other content creators who already stepped aside of social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. One of them is Michelle Rohr. The other ones are Jason and Caroline Suk from Wandering Aimfully, who I talked to you about in the previous episode of the podcast. I recommended you their business. And there are other content creators who I don't follow, but I know they have been creating content in order to help you step aside or step out of social media. So in this episode, I won't tell you leave Instagram, leave Facebook, leave Twitter, leave whatever platform you're using. I just want to recommend you some strategies that you can do to step aside from social media. But first, I want to talk about detoxing yourself from social media in order to create something you want. So the first thing I want to recommend you, that I think social media creates a kind of chaos when we are creators, is that it gives us a lot of ideas of things to create. Like we search for a hashtag like hashtag drawings, so we get a lot of inspiration from other illustrators, from other people who draw, and we get so many ideas, amazing drawings that we would like to draw and create, and illustrations, that instead of creating our own style of illustration, we end up copying the style of other people. So I've seen plenty of illustrators who have kind of the same style when drawing, and I've found like my favorite illustrators have like counterparts in other parts of the world, people that are drawing exactly or almost exactly like them. And it happens the same with content, like YouTube videos. TikTok, I don't really watch TikToks, I prefer Reels, but even those are like copy and paste of other TikToks. Of course, there are some very original ones, but there are plenty that are like the copy and paste of other TikToks, other Reels. And it's the same with courses. Sometimes you find a course and it's the copy and paste of another course. It's like very similar. So, and it's also something that happens to me. Sometimes I want to create something, but I'm so like inspired by other people that created something similar that I want to somehow imitate a little bit of their style when teaching, or a little bit of their branding, or a little bit of the way they edit the videos. So I do a mixture of everything that inspires me, and I think that's fine when you mix all of the different people that inspire you, like illustrators and content creators and influencers. If you add every single thing you like into a mixture and you create something unique, original, something that comes from your heart, I think that that's a very good way to use every single thing that inspires you. But if you're just imitating the content of another person and like trying to be like this other person because you like it so much, maybe you're not doing it with bad intentions. Maybe you're just so inspired by this person, you admire this person so much that you end up imitating their content unconsciously. Maybe that means that you need to detoxify from social media before creating something. What I want to say here is that if you really want to create something from your heart, something that is unique to you, that it's your own style, detoxifying from social media, like leaving Instagram for 1 week or for a couple of days while you plan your products, your content, the things you want to create, you will be able to allow yourself to bloom. You will allow yourself to be yourself. So it sounds simple, but it's truly really deep. Allowing yourself to be yourself, allowing yourself to be who you truly are, and allowing yourself to have your own style instead of copying the style of other people. When I sometimes see the content that my favorite entrepreneurs create, sometimes when I really, really like it, I am like, I want to do something like this. And sometimes I have done it, like I have been so inspired by someone that I end up creating something, maybe not the same topic, but the style. If you want to create something from your heart, first try to detoxify from social media. If you want to create a brand from zero, if you're planning on creating a project, take some days off social media, take some days off of seeing content from other people, and that way you'll be able to get in touch with your inner self, with your inner self-expression, your truthful ideas, your honest thoughts, and who you really are, what you really want to create. So that's my first tip. And the second one is using less social media to promote your business. And I wanted to arrive to this point because I think sometimes when you promote in social media but you don't get a response and you get frustrated and then you keep on creating content, you are focusing on the wrong part of your business. If you really want to be an influencer and social media is very important to you, and you really, really want to succeed in Instagram or having a group on Facebook, and you're really putting an effort there and you want to succeed in that part, then you can keep on with that because that's your dream. That's like your aim is to grow your Instagram followers, is to grow your Facebook community. And if that's what you want to do, if that's your dream, if that's what you're trying to pursue and achieve, then totally keep on that. My recommendation here is only one. Try to keep with only one social media Because if you're trying to put content on Instagram and on Facebook and on Twitter, then you're going to feel very overwhelmed with all of the different platforms you're trying to keep in touch with, like with all of the different platforms you're creating content for. So I truly recommend you to choose one. Try to prioritize the one that it's easier for you to use, the one that you have more fun with. Try to think on those things before. If, for example, Instagram is really going well for you right now and Facebook no, then eliminate Facebook. Say goodbye. Tell all your Facebook followers or friends, I don't know, to follow you over on your Instagram account, because you're going to focus your efforts there. So that's my recommendation if you truly need social media in your life and you really, really want to pursue a career using social media. But if you're like tired because you don't really enjoy using social media, but you're doing it because you think it will help you grow your grow your sales, make more sales, or achieve something in the long term, but you're truly not really engaged with your audience, you're not really engaged with the content you create, you're not having a good time there, then I truly recommend you to prioritize other platforms instead of social media, which is something I'm doing right now. As you can notice, I'm focusing on YouTube now. YouTube is the platform I am trying to grow right now. Of course, it's hard because I'm starting from scratch, from zero. So of course you will start with 0 followers, and then you will have 2, and then you will have 3, and then you will have 5 and more. And I'm trying to think positively, but I have to start somewhere, and it's the same for you. So I recommend you platforms where your views can grow over time instead of going down over time, which happens with Instagram, for example. When you post something, the post appears on the feed of people like during 1 day, 2 days maybe, but it's not really something that will grow over time unless your post becomes viral. But that's not the case for every single content creator on Instagram. So there will come a point where your post will like disappear from the radar of people, and people won't see your post anymore unless they go to your Instagram account and check your different posts. And it's the same with Facebook, I think, also with Twitter. But on YouTube, your content can go viral in 1 year. So maybe it's not going viral right now, it's not getting a lot of views right now, but it can have more views later. And you just have to wait and see. Sometimes there are videos that get popular after months, after years. So it's the same with Pinterest, and this is the other platform I want to recommend you to use. Pinterest, you start with a few followers, with a few impressions, with a few clicks, but then you get more and more and more. And I can tell you, there are posts that I have created for Pinterest that I created them 2-3 years ago, and right now they are still viral, or sometimes they like take off and start getting more views and more clicks, and then they like get stable again, but after some months they take off again and more people see that post and clicks on that post. So your content can get viral not only once but many times, and it's not necessarily the day after you publish. Your content can get viral weeks after you publish, months, years. So it's something that even if you're not creating posts for these platforms in weeks or in months, your old posts will make all the work, can make all the work. If you used the correct SEO, or if you talked about topics that are interesting or important, they can take off later, but they will take off someday at some point. And it's not the same with Instagram or Facebook, because people see that and they don't see it ever again. If you want to keep on publishing content and creating things, I truly recommend you to use these other platforms. as I said before, YouTube, Pinterest, and of course your own website. And I cannot stress this enough. I really want to recommend you to create your own website where traffic can go directly to you. A website where you can also redirect traffic, so people will get to your website and will find your blog post thanks to SEO, thanks to the keywords, thanks to the topic you're talking that maybe is important for this moment. But then if you put other links, you can redirect this traffic to your courses, to your shop, to your mail list, to your YouTube channel, to your Instagram, to your podcast. So websites are so important. I cannot stress this enough. My website has given me traffic for every single platform that I'm in. My Etsy shop gets more traffic from my website and my Pinterest account than from any other thing, even more than from Etsy. Etsy gives me less traffic than the traffic that I get from my website. So on my website, I haven't even uploaded many posts in the past years, in the past months. I haven't been very active on my website, but all the posts I wrote on 2018, 2019 are still getting views, are still getting traffic. And so that's why I really recommend you to create your website, create your articles, maybe a foundation of articles, like 5 really interesting articles that you think will attract the right audience to you. And then if you want to keep on creating more articles, maybe once a month you can create more, but try to start with a couple of articles that you think will get you the traffic you want, and this will give you more traffic than Instagram, unless you're very popular on Instagram or you have a lot of followers. And if you're doing very well on Instagram, don't quit, just don't quit. But if you're not having a great time on Instagram, if you're really struggling to get your post seen, if you're struggling to get more followers, and maybe you are even losing followers every day, which is something that has happened to me many times, even now. Sometimes I have 43 followers with my new Instagram account, and some days later have 41 or 40. So sometimes I have more followers, sometimes less. And if you are struggling with your followers and with the content you're posting because you're putting a lot of effort and time and you're not getting what you are expecting to get, then I truly recommend you to prioritize and go to other platforms where your content will be better received, like more people will be able to take a look at that, at what you created, and then click on your link. So YouTube, Pinterest, your own website are 3 ideas where you can create content, and maybe you're not going to get viral right away, but at least you know your content can get viral, even if it has happened like 3 weeks or 4 months, whatever it is. I think this is everything for today's podcast episode. Remember, detoxifying from social media to create better content, using less social media if you feel burned out, and if you feel like you're tired of promoting things that no one is clicking, no one is seeing, and prioritize other platforms, YouTube, Pinterest, your own website are my recommendations. And if you still want to use social media because you really want to be successful there and you're putting your effort there and your focus, I want to recommend you to choose one and focus on one and put all your effort in one. But don't try to be in every single platform on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, podcast, your website, because maybe you're going to end up collapsing. If you can do all of that, amazing. You're a genius. I really admire you. But most people have hard times trying to use every single platform or even more than 2. Many people get overwhelmed. I included. I got overwhelmed thinking on different content for every single thing I was creating content for, like my website, my Instagram account, my mail list, my podcast. So these are my tips. My recommendation of the week is the movie Encanto. I watched this movie some months ago, and I really enjoyed it a lot. The thing is, yesterday I watched a video of a therapist reacting to Encanto. So this therapist talked about like the different characters and was like talking as he was watching the movie and giving his own thoughts in relation to the different characters and the different situations, the different songs. And it was very beautiful to rewatch somehow the movie, but with these comments from the therapist, because I got to understand some characters better and their behavior, and it also helped me analyze better what was happening and why there's no villain in that movie. Like every single character has its own why, like their own why they do what they do, why they behave the way they behave. And I think like I really want to watch the movie again, because that would make me feel like even more close to the characters. And I think that this movie is so beautiful. The music is amazing, it's beautiful. It was written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I love thanks to Hamilton and In the Heights, and I really love the musicals he has created, and I really enjoyed, and I'm still enjoying the different songs from Encanto. The illustrations, like the animation of the movie is beautiful. The way they portrayed Colombia, beautiful too. The dialogues are really beautiful and deep, and the characters are all beautiful and deep. They are not like one side of a personality, like they are just one way and that's how they are. They are not plain, but they are very deep. They have curves, they have like different angles to their personalities and why they behave the way they do. So I really want to recommend you this movie a lot. If you haven't watched it, go now and watch it on Disney Plus or wherever you find the movie. But that's it. Just enjoy it. It's beautiful. It's about family. It's about grieving. It's about trying to be part of the family and feeling like you are like set aside, and also trying to have talents, like having talents, trying to be talented and trying to be useful for the family. Also about having in your shoulders the weight of the world, the weight of your family, the weight of maybe things that happened plenty of years ago. There are plenty of topics in that movie, and I really recommend you that movie a lot. And this is not a sponsor, this is not affiliate or anything. I just wanted to recommend you that. So that's everything for today's episode. Have a beautiful day ahead, and remember, I'll leave you the link to my new YouTube video, my first YouTube video, down below if you want to check it out. And if you want to take a look inside of my old business notebooks, I think you will like this video. And if you're listening from Spotify, please, I would love if you could rank my podcast from 1 to 5 so that I know if you're enjoying these episodes. So have a beautiful day ahead and see you in the next one. Bye!